What's he unboxing? What'd it be? I don't know. Shut up and see. Hey friends, welcome back. As you recall, recently I unboxed this baby, this Sleeping Beauty slipcase. And this is protecting my signed edition of Sleeping Beauties, the trade edition, that I got when I saw Stephen and Owen on their book tour. Well, when I unboxed it, I had a thought. You know, seeing Stephen King is something that actually happened before for me. And it would be great if I can get a slipcase to preserve that book. Because back in 1998, Stephen King came through on his Bag of Bones tour. And my then girlfriend got me tickets to see him. I still have my tickets. We got 2 books. At the signing, Stephen King read his story, L.T.'s Theories of Pets. And when I got up to meet him, I thought, you know, what am I going to say? This is somebody I've been reading since I was like 12. And here it is. I'm meeting the man for the first time. He's going to sign a book for me. What do I say to this guy that's not, you know, like my normal stuff? So I looked at him and I said, he read L.T.'s Theories of Pets, which is about a guy who buys a cat for his wife, and she buys him a dog, and then it's something weird. But anyway, it's about pets. And so I asked him, I go, are you a dog person or a cat person? And he stopped after he signed my book. He looked at me and he said, well, you know what? I started out as a cat person, but then I switched it up and became a dog person. It's kind of like changing sexualities. No lie, that's what the man said to me at the signing. I was too stupid to sit and ask a follow-up question because there was a long line of people coming up behind me. And I just moved along and I was like, okay, wow, thank you. So now I have that story to tell and a signed book. And that was September 29th, 1998. And then just 3 years later, I would get married on September 29th, 2001. And then just 3 years after that would be the birth of my first child on September 29th, 2004. And then 13 years after that, I met Stephen King, or I saw Stephen King again, and I got a signed copy of his latest book. So September 29th is a pretty important day for me. I always get a kick out of that. I met Stephen King twice, or I saw Stephen King twice, and got married and had a baby all on that day. So it's a really important day. Anyway, so back to this, right? I wanted to get a slipcase for it to preserve it. So I went to the Dark Tower Forum, which is a Stephen King message board, and talk about all things Stephen King. And I found a guy who does slipcases, largely for Stephen King books, but for any book, actually. He's in London, he's in England. So I understand that the whole country is not just one city. I do understand that. It was a slip of the tongue. He's from England. He's in England. So I emailed him, and I told him what I wanted. I wanted a Bag of Bones, first edition U.S. hardcover. 2 of them, actually, because I have 2 signed copies. And he put them together. He charged me some real money. By the way, the British pound is kicking the hell out of the dollar. So it costs a little more because of the exchange rate. But now I'm going to unbox it. And I'm going to finally protect my Bag of Bones, my cherished signed Stephen King's. You know, there's nothing like a signed edition when you're there looking at the person, signing your book, and talking to that person. It really is an incredible experience. And I'm so happy that I now have slipcases to protect those books. And I'll show that to you. He did a fine job boxing this up. And I hope I do a fine job unboxing it. Paper wrap around here. I've seen this guy's work. He does excellent work from what I can tell. Looks like quality stuff. And I opted for the leather slipcases. They were slightly more expensive, but wow. I mean, you're talking about preserving books that you cherish. Why would you skimp? Here they are, slipcases. Okay. Uh-oh. Here they are. Wow. Huh. Now, I will say they don't feel like leather. These just feel like cardboard. They are very nice. They have Stephen King stamped in gold. Right? These look really nice. Really well made. Let's see if it passes the test of fitting my book. Here's the slipcase. Here's the book. That is quite possibly a match made in heaven. Look at that. So I picked the white with the gold plating that says Stephen King on it to match that. I think it goes together really well. Now, he does other slipcases that have like designs on the front that reflect the dust jacket copy. So for example, if he did a custom Bag of Bones one, he'd probably have an outline of this woman's face on the slipcase itself. Very much the same way Cemetery Dance did that. But he didn't do a custom book plate for this. It's just Stephen King's name. But man, I think that is a snug, wonderful fit. I think it's going to look great up on my shelf. And it's going to, most of all, preserve something that I think is super valuable to me. Lots of sentimental value. Anyway, thanks for sticking around for this unboxing. If anybody wants to know how to get a hold of this slipcase genius, just make a comment, leave a comment. I always comment back, and I can drop his email. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for watching. It's really all I'm asking of you is to watch, and you did that. If you've watched all 8 minutes, you're a saint.